Today I would like to talk to you about The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold. I chose this novel because, this fantasy novel, because I noticed that everybody made such a big deal out of the movie, and I haven't seen the movie yet, so I figured I might as well read the book first. The story begins with the protagonist, Susie. She flashes back to her death. She was raped and killed by her neighbor, George Harvey, who is the antagonist. He murdered her in a hole in the ground in a cornfield and hid her body. And throughout the entire story, she's telling the story from heaven, talking about how her family went through the process of grief. The main characters are Susie and George Harvey, her family members, her dad Jack, her mom Abigail, her sister Lindsay, and her brother Buckley. There's also some subordinate characters, the friends she meets in heaven, Holly, and her friend Ruth that she just became friends with right before her death. And the setting, it's in a small town in Pennsylvania in the late 1970s. The literary elements I most enjoyed was the first person point of view, because I can follow along with stories a lot easier that way. And I also enjoyed the suspense in the novel. For example, Lindsay noticed that Mr. Harvey was gone one day, so she snuck into his house and found a sketchbook. And in that sketchbook there was a drawing of the cornfield with the manhole in it. And she ripped that out and started to leave, but he came home and heard her creaking and the floor's creaking, and she was able to run out just in time for him to not catch her. But he saw her run across the street. I didn't enjoy the flashback because it was really hard to follow along to, because she would flash back to heaven, to before her death, to during her death. And in conclusion, I didn't really like the book as much as I thought I would, because there's a lot of, the mood is really sad, and the flashback was really confusing, and parts of the plot really bothered me. I wouldn't recommend this book to people who are lighthearted and can't deal with rape, murder, affairs, and there's an odd amount of sexual relations in the book that I saw.